Hello, everybody. Welcome to Regeneration, a live play Patreon game featuring the Mutants and Masterminds superhero role-playing game rules. I'm Steve Kenson. I am the designer of Mutants and Masterminds and our game master for this afternoon. With me is Alex Thomas, the Mutants and Masterminds line developer, and players from our Mutants and Masterminds Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/mutantsandmasterminds. So, without further ado, let's get into our game. Regeneration is a power level 8 Mutants and Masterminds game featuring a team of teen superheroes. The city of Rook, known as the Michigan Miracle. Thanks to investment and modern technology, this urban area, once known as Detroit, has become a marvel of new construction, new government, and new achievements. Still, even the most advanced city in the United States faces its challenges, including criminal activity. It is late in the evening, and there is word of a break-in at the Rook Center for Innovation, where we dream tomorrow, today. A advanced high-tech research facility in downtown. The Rook City Police are responding, but you have heard from scanning the police bands that there is a known super criminal accompanied by their accomplices, and they have taken the small number of night personnel at the facility hostage. The police have surrounded the Innovation Center, but have not as yet moved in. They are still assessing the situation. So, my young heroes, the 6 of you are already well acquainted with each other and your abilities. You've been working together in secret to practice them for just such an occasion as this. Finally, an opportunity to use your extraordinary abilities to prove what you were capable of in terms of helping people and the public, having taken measures to conceal your true identities, whether that be simple masks or more complicated means. You have heard of this crisis. You are nearby. And what do you want to do?
Well, team, I think we need to get in there, deal with this criminal, and rescue the hostages as quickly and safely as possible.
Alex?
I told you that my police scanner would work. I told you.
And in this initial scene, tell us a little bit about your characters as you introduce yourselves.
Yes, sorry. I'm playing Ace, who is a sort of a conventionally attractive young white man, close-cropped blonde hair. He is dressed in a varsity jacket with a domino mask that has a bright star on the back in red and blue. And we'll see what his powers are, but he likes to sort of delegate to the rest of the team.
I am playing a young man, a young Arab man by the name of Fetch, in his super identity, dressed in a lovely red puffy shirt with a nice purple sash, domino mask, and a symbol which could only be considered, it looks like a hand picking up something.
Hello. I'm playing Captain Crunch, real name Christopher Cole. as some people jokingly refer to him, old Chris Cole, who's a merry old soul. Merry old soul was he. Sort of a shock of kind of wild blonde hair that is clearly not well kept whatsoever. It's not on purpose at all. Kind of disheveled looking. Big what's the big like Coke bottle glasses. But when he's in his hero attire, they're replaced with sort of a steampunky set of goggles that do the job of the Coke bottle glasses.
Nice.
He is a elite hacksaw. You're muted.
That was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. I'm playing Link, and Link is short for Lincoln. And I, an honor student type, always competing with the other group members for the highest GPA. I have an esteemed outlook on everything that should be going on, but I'm kind of downtrodden with my abilities because they seem to cause me a lot of headaches over time. My superhero attire, and I hate to say this, but I dress up like Abe Lincoln. I have a big, cap, Abe Lincoln hat, stovepipe hat, and but with a leather jacket and biker boots, and then I use just a Harlequin mask as my way to keep my secret identity.
Excellent.
And I am playing Panacea, real name Jeff Mendez. He's a young man of Filipino descent, and he is his superhero attire has motifs of sort of medical themes. So his face is covered with a mask that sort of resembles that of like a surgeon's mask. And on his chest is a variant of the sort of standard medical logo of the snakes wrapped around a staff in the center. I'm imagining that sort of kind of a white, pretty simple, right? Sort of white background, and then just a simple black coloring for the snake motif.
Excellent.
And that's Panacea.
All right. And last but certainly not least.
All right. I'm playing Mason. He can construct essentially hard light constructs to fight with. I'd say his normal outfit is sort of a camo pants and like a fly fishing vest that he's modified to be a bit more tactical, and wears like a regular domino mask.
Okay. So, where are you marshaled or gathering near the Innovation Center, and what are you all doing?
Can we be on a rooftop like across the street from the police barricade?
Yes, indeed you can.
Awesome. So yeah, I'd like to be all of us gathered up on this brownstone, a few floors up from the Innovation Center, looking out over the police barricade, seeing all the cars, all the lights.
Yep.
So circling. Cap, do you think you can get us eye on the inside?
And he looks up and he's currently hunched over a backpack that looks like it's got like 2 computer tower cooling fans built into the side of them, like 2 giant, massive computer tower cooling fans. Yeah, sure. I think I can do that. And he looks around. Is there any kind of well, we're not at the building itself, are we?
No, you're on a rooftop across the street from the Innovation Center. Because the Innovation Center is a pretty big building, it's more wide than tall. It's probably about 4 stories tall, but it's a huge building. It basically takes up most of the block. and you're on a building that's a little taller than that, so you have a slightly higher vantage point. From here, you can see there are, a good half dozen police vehicles out front, barricades set up, officers crouched behind the cars, and the like, taking sort of cordoning off the immediate area as far as that goes. But you're not at the building just yet.
Okay. In which case, at the top of the backpack, which is sort of this nifty little plastic thing, he flips up a sort of laptop cover to it and starts typing, "Let's see what I can do." And
Alright.
he starts tippity-tap typing away.
Alright.
Boss, we're not camping on top of like some snipers or something, are we? Looking around, basically looking for law enforcement.
Are there any police snipers on the roof with us?
You don't see anyone else on the roof with you, although Fetch makes a point that sooner or later the police might put some tactical assets up here. It's got a good vantage point.
Yeah.
That's why you chose it.
We'll be quick, all right? I trust Cap. He can get us into the security feed, and we can make a plan, and we can execute.
Don't worry, I got it. I can do this 380-degree with scope.
Dominic, why don't you give me a technology skill check?
Okay. Rolling a d20. Oh, that is a lot. With technology, that's a 30.
Okay. So
16 plus 14.
What's up?
So Captain Crunch starts like really rapid fire typing on his keyboard, and then kind of stops, and his sort of eyes roll back slightly, and the scrolling on the computer like increases exponentially as his technopathic abilities link through the internet, basically. And in a moment, Captain, you are through the firewalls protecting the system at the Innovation Center, like that. And you are in their security system, basically. You can see there are monitors throughout the building, and it's not difficult for you to quickly flip through them to find that there is a secure area in the back of the first floor of the building that is probably the highest security part of the building itself. There is a group of people in there, and most of them are dressed in dark sort of outfits, face masks, and the like. They have sort of paramilitary looking gear, including some pretty nasty looking rifles that are slung across. You do a quick look through, and you count 8 of them. There's also about half a dozen people who are rounded up in one of the small offices just outside of the most secure area. A couple of the intruders are keeping watch on the entrance to that office. Most notable is the figure who is pacing near what looks like a heavy security door in the back of that area. She's blonde, average height, dressed head to toe in form-fitting black, short black skirt, black thigh highs, a black top, a small black domino mask, but has long shoulder-length blonde hair. And she seems to be overlooking one of the crew who is wait, you check. Yeah, he's trying to bypass the security into that vault.
So that makes 9 grand total.
Indeed.
Okay. And he just looks down at the screen and he goes, 1001. That's 9 in binary.
I don't speak binary, but good to know. All right, team. We've been training for this for at least 3 weeks now, and I think all of us together we are going to be able to get in there, rescue these people, and take that criminal down. I think we should split up, maybe, and some of us go for the hostages, and some of us go for the super criminal.
Agreed.
I can fly.
I can fly.
I'm happy to make an aerial entrance near the villain if you want.
I can also fly. At least, as long as this worked. I haven't really had a chance to field test it yet.
Well, this is the field test. We'll be all right. It'll be great. It's gonna be great. I have utmost faith in all of us. I'm gonna go for the criminal who is coming with me.
I think I should be on hostage duty in case anybody gets hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with you, Ace.
Thanks.
Same.
Yep.
I think I'll go on hostage duty too.
Well,
Mason, you
I can
can
throw up a
make
barrier if
something.
needed.
You can make something, right, Mason, to get him out there, like a vessel or
A slide. Something.
gravy boat. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if that's the most effective manner, Ace, but I can do it.
You got to make it festive.
well, I mean, even if it was just to make a wall in the hallway to block the criminals from being able to get to them, that's all we really need is to secure them in that room, and then we all can go towards the criminals. So
Exactly. Hold them
we'll
back.
just do it as
make an
I mean, we go through this in high school all the time.
All right. Okay.
Sadly,
So, Link, are you coming with us, or are you going to go with Mason and Panacea?
I got to stick with my Mason bro. I mean, he's basically my armor, and if I get hurt, then I got to have him around. So, yeah, I got to go get the hostages first. That's the first and foremost. I don't care about the tech.
All right, team. All right, everybody, bring it in, okay?
All right,
And I'm going to put my hand out in the middle.
I put it right out there.
All right, everybody. On 3, we're going to say superhero name pending. 1, 2, 3. Team name pending.
Team name
Your
ending.
name pending.
Blow it up.
I can't believe we just did that.
All right.
That felt right.
Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be a great plan. And we will go our separate ways to go do the thing.
All right, so how are we going to get off the roof?
I'm going to fly.
Yeah. Well, and he finally picks up his backpack, presses a button, and the 2 giant cooling fans that are on the side of it flip out.
Imagine the stealth of this. It's like, okay, they're going to see us now. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was the point.
I'm
Although-
positive Cap'n Crunch's jetpack is not quiet.
It is not.
I lean into Link. So you want to take the over/under on whether or not it makes the whole distance?
You know what? I'm a betting man. Sure.
That's
I'll go over. I'm gonna go over.
Like it's a PC tower with the really noisy fans.
Yes.
So you're saying you're definitely going to be heard.
Yeah, I do not have.
All right, Ace, you grab me and Mason and Fetch. You take Panacea and get us down, to where we need to be.
Good plan.
All right.
So I interlock my arms around one of his massive biceps and let him take me down.
Flyers,
What
are you
floors?
going to drop people off in front of the building, or do you have another plan?
I won't drop them off in line of sight of the police barricade,
Okay.
if avoidable.
What floor are we targeting?
What floor were the hostages in?
Bad guys are on the first floor.
First floor. Okay, so
You know,
let's find a
boss,
nice hefty window I can smash, and you guys can go in that way.
Okay.
it's probably better if we went in on the second or third floor.
Okay.
All right. So what's your plan of attack?
Well, I'm going to use my telepathy to try to guide us to where the hostages are at, so that he can get us into that room as quickly as possible.
All right. Well, between you and Captain Crunch's schematics, you have a pretty good sense of the layout and where everybody is.
Okay.
As far as that goes. The exterior of the building is pretty much all glass and polished steel and chrome. And the upper windows are all reflective enough that it's not easy to see inside. The lower front-facing ground floor windows are all transparent, so that you can look into the lobby with the displays of all of the various work and projects the Innovation Center is doing.
This building isn't up against any other buildings, really, to be honest. It's
not.
It's all out, and I'm like, yeah, okay.
It at the very least has a pretty much a sidewalk and a street around each side of it in terms of space. The back side of the building is more of a narrow alley, but it's still some space between it and the nearest building.
I say
Mason, I have a
corner office.
Mason, I have a crazy plan.
I had a crazy plan too, but you go first.
If you put everybody who can't fly into a dome or like a ball, I could throw you into the room you want to go into as we fly by.
Love it.
You're right. That is a terrible plan.
You can make
the
seatbelts,
biggest problem is
right?
the biggest problem is once you throw me, we don't really have a choice about like what happens next, and that might endanger some hostages. Like we might go either we're gonna go either the ball's gonna go bouncing, or I get rid of the ball, and then suddenly I am bouncing.
Fair.
Well,
Look, I love my
What do you
superhero
think,
plans until you guys bring physics into it. Okay, I'm not that kind of stupid.
Oh wait, I'm not discounting entirely. Link, what's your thought?
That's a bad idea. I'm just sorry. I don't feel like getting pasted on the inside of a Pokeball thrown into a building. I mean, come on.
All right, that's 2 against 1. Sorry, Ace.
The cops will never see it coming. That's all I'm saying.
Look, all you got to do is get us up to the window. Link, you just rip the window open and we go in. But it doesn't have to be the same room. We can be down the hall, and then we'll just make our own way.
All right.
If anything, we could all be in a bucket that you make, and you can just drop us off.
Quick question: because my constructs are hard light, do they give off like a light source?
They glow kind of softly.
Okay. I bet I'm awesome at raves.
You're not old enough to go to raves.
Just create like a cherry picker bucket that just carries everybody over, you know.
Right.
I was thinking actually if I could theoretically make a hard light zip line.
Yeah,
There you go.
That's a good plan.
For those of us who can't fly.
These are utility belts.
I'm all about the hard light zip line. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
Yeah,
sounds
I'm going to
like-
go
that's a
because
good one.
the more we talk about this, the more nervous I get, not having done it. Do it.
I
Yeah,
keep
but
waiting
you're
for the
least
snipers
likely
to
to
come
get
up.
hurt. I mean, come on.
Hey, we've all got our powers.
If anybody
All right,
gets hurt, Panacea will help you. Don't
all right.
worry.
All right, so Ace is just going to basically make a hole, and we're going to zip line in through that.
Maybe
Most
I could
importantly,
just-
Panacea can't get hurt in this.
Maybe I can just take the window off the side of the building and set it down so that it doesn't make lots of noise.
You know, my favorite part about our team is the collaboration. So, good job, Fletch. Good plan. Take the window off.
All
Make
right,
the
Good thing, boss.
Okay.
So
All right, once
what
Ace
about-
has made the hole, we'll give it a go.
Fetch is going to make the hole so that it's not noisy.
Yeah,
Oh,
fetch.
fetch it. Sorry, I missed her.
I can
What do I
smash
need?
the window, but
Well, Ace is still going in first.
yeah.
That's
I
the
will-
crunchy way.
I'll
I'm
Vanguard.
totally on that.
Okay.
Uh,
All right.
Oh, Vanguard would be a good superhero name.
Fetch, what floor are you going to pull out one of the windows?
You know, I've seen Die Hard a few times. They might be on the second. Let's just go ahead and go for the second floor.
Okay.
And
Fetch holds out his hand, concentrates for a moment, and then one of the large windows just pulls free from the side of the building. He gently lowers it down to the street level, where it just sort of, leans up against the front of the building. And there's basically a large square opening in the second floor of the building.
there's your target for your zip line.
All right, no going back now. And I throw my hands up and I make a zip line.
All right. A glowing line of light extends from the rooftop of the building you're on across the street into the second floor of the Innovation Center across the way. It is a perfectly straight taunt cable made of light.
I will fly into the hole ahead of everyone just to make sure our QZ is clear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm following.
And don't
close
worry, I
behind.
won't stop the light. Halfway when you're halfway across.
And I'm following. I'm flying closely behind.
All right.
I'll be bringing up the rear of the flying troop.
Okay.
Then I want to get on that zip line and just use my enhanced athletics just to make it my dismount as sensational as possible once I get into that building.
All right.
I'm not as graceful.
Panacea, with just a moment's concentration, you take control of your body's own adrenal facilities. You feel that familiar rush of energy through your body. Everything seems to sort of slow down, and you have just intense focus as you grab the zip line and slide easily down it, doing a bit of a sort of a flip off of it when you get to the room on the other side. Link and Mason follow a bit less gracefully, but nonetheless effectively. And in moments, all six of you are inside one of the second floor conference rooms facing the street. Ace, you were in the room first and had a quick chance to look around. Everything is clear. There's no sign of anyone. The door is closed. The zip line and the lights from the street, as well as all of the lights from the cop cars down on the street and the likes, are casting enough light into the room, even though the lights aren't on, that you can see quite clearly. And there's nothing here of any importance.
Awesome. I'm quietly wondering to myself if an alarm is going to go off because we broke a window.
Well, I think it's a little late for that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna vocalize that thought. I'm just gonna have that thought in my head.
I am sure that the good captain would let us know if something was going to happen like that.
Yeah, we're a well-oiled machine. That should be our superhero team name. And I will start.
Well-oiled machine.
WOM, WOM.
I keep looking at Ace like, you know what? We're going to have a retrospective after this, and we're definitely going to talk about our planning stages, okay?
Can't wait to end every mission and go, this is a win for WOM.
Wom wom.
All right, so Steve, can I do something a little weird with the Inspire advantage?
Let me hear it.
Since I don't know if we have communicators, can I spend a hero point now to give us Inspire in the first round of any combat that might come up?
I'd say yes, you can.
While I have a moment to tell everyone, I want to retroactively make it when we were having our get-together on the roof up there. But
Exactly. You were giving everybody a pep talk.
yeah, so I'll spend that hero point, and
All right.
I have Inspired 3, so we'll have +3 to our first round of stuff.
Okay.
Okay. I have a question. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And I'll take the flyers with me, and we'll go look for the criminal.
All right.
I'll lead the way, but I'll have Cap near me so he can steer, since he knows the layout of the place.
Okay. Nate, what's your question?
No, you didn't say I have to have line of sight to in order to get telepathy, or or can
That's generally the case.
Okay, no problem. I'll have to work on it for next time.
Yep.
Who needs communicators when I can be the vocal point for everybody?
Well, Link, if you want to establish telepathic communication with everyone now, while you have them in line of sight, you can maintain it once they move out of it.
Yeah, it's going to put me at a disadvantage probably, but I think that's probably the safest way since we don't have the comm links.
All right.
And at least this way I can communicate to everybody.
That's
All right.
From the heavens.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
That is, by the way, I live in Louisville, Kentucky. That is an air show that's fortunately not starting right now, but that's like a fighter jet practicing for a gigantic air show. It's 2 weeks from Derby, and that means it's time to party here in Louisville. So there's this huge air show that's happening. Yeah. Sorry.
I want a mint julep. What the hell?
Yeah, believe me, there'll be no shortage of mint juleps. Yeah, next 2 weeks. So right, I mean, we just want to get downstairs as fast as possible, right?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. As you have practiced, Link connects you all up telepathically so that you can communicate silently to each other, and you are heading downstairs. So there is a stairwell not far from here, and there is a bank of elevators. How are you making your way downstairs?
I'm going
carefully.
Well, I'm just going.
Yeah.
Well, I suggest the captain. You gotta give us the best route because you have all the cameras linked up. So
I got an idea. Well, boss, I think if we want to get in and not be seen, I think the best course of action is for us with a little flying ability. How about we take the elevator shaft?
You know how I feel about shafts. Let's go.
Shaft-tastic. Let's do it.
And Crunch is
everybody else come down the stairway, perhaps staircase, stairs. Everyone else take the stairs.
Yeah.
Right.
So Mason and I and
I just want to get Captain Crunch's.
So I think what Crunch is going to do is he's going to walk over to the elevator and he puts his finger out to touch it, and when there's like maybe about a half an inch between his pointer finger and the button, just like a little static electricity zaps it, and that sends it all the commands it needs to open the door and send the elevator like above, so that there's no.
All right. You move the elevator car a floor up from here. Open the door on this floor. There's just the open elevator shaft down to the first floor.
That's a neat trick, Cap.
Yeah, it is. After you.
You can likewise open the first floor doors pretty much remotely, by just commanding it.
Yeah, we'll do that when we get down there, because element of surprise.
Indeed.
Yeah, can you silence the ding?
Can I silence? Can I silence the ding?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Well, I will jump into the elevator shaft and lead the way.
All right. Fetch, you going with the flyers?
I am going with the flyers.
Okay. Is the rest of the team taking the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had an idea that maybe Link and Mason might have like a routine of Link leaning around a corner to see if there's anybody there and or to like telepathically connect with, and like simultaneously Mason puts up like a small shield like just in front of his face to protect him from anything that might come through.
Yep, absolutely.
Like so that he can make that line of sight.
Correct.
Yep, you can do that. Your light constructs can be transparent, so it's no problem.
Nice.
Putting sort of a shield up in front of Link.
So nice.
Like I said, just a quick lean around the corner, see if there's anybody to establish a link with, and then duck back.
Right.
Link, you do just that, checking around the corners in the stairwell. No one's there. You make your way down the stairs to the first floor and out into the corridor. There's one corner that you know from Captain Crunch's layout that basically takes you into the hallway that leads just past the office where the hostages are being held. It is around this corner and probably another maybe 20 feet beyond that.
Okay.
The elevators are just over there on the other side of the hall. So the flyers are probably going to be heading out of there any minute.
Okay, so we got to make quick work of this. So I peek around the corner just to see if there's anybody there.
And indeed, there are two guys in all in black face masks, rifles cradled in their arms. They're standing about 20 feet down the hall in front of the door of that small office space. And one of them, as you glance around the corner, one of them looks up in your direction. Do you want to do anything before he acts?
I will try to suggest mentally to just fall asleep.
All right. And if I recall correctly, the DC for your emotion control is 18. You don't you get a grip on his mind, and you project the feeling for him to just you're very like sleepy, and it seems to stun him for a moment. He starts. You feel his mind start to resist. But you've stunned him for a moment, but you don't think it's going to last for very long.
Okay,
so this seems like a good moment for everybody to roll for initiative.
I'm over here looking for a token to click on.
Oh, I know, right? I'm so used to that.
All right. So I'm just going to ask people in order. Fetch, what have you got?
15.
All right. Captain Crunch.
22.
Nice. Link.
14.
14. Panacea.
10. I said I was nervous.
Mason.
23.
Nice.
Wow.
And Ace.
Well, I prefer to lead from the back. I got a 5.
All right.
He's evaluating the team.
Okay. Mason. Link pokes his head around, and you see him. In fact, because you're telepathically connected, you know he basically does his thing at one of the guards out by the office. He's sort of momentarily stunned the guy, but that's about the extent of it. And the other guy has definitely noticed that something's amiss. What do you want to do?
Okay, so I'm currently around the corner, but I know what Link just saw.
Yeah, basically Link has sort of communicated all of that to you.
Okay. And I look at Link and I go, "Cover's blown, isn't it?"
I just telepathically, it's like you got to hit this dude with something. I project an image to Mason.
It's just the two, though, right? Like, we're not seeing any others that are or not aware. Okay. I combat roll into the center of the hallway and immediately throw out 2 light like daggers.
All right. Do you want them to inflict lethal or non-lethal damage.
I'm going for non-lethal.
Okay,
Because I don't think I'm ready for that to be on my conscience.
fair enough. All right, give me a throwing roll with your constructs. You have a +8 with your damaging constructs,
Okay.
so it's not technically a throwing roll.
Right. Okay, I was getting confused for a second. I was like, wait, what's the point of the range combat?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, but I was going to basically. Oh, it already has multi-attack.
Yes,
I thought
indeed,
I didn't have
you do have
multi-attack.
multi-attack.
Cool.
I assumed that's why you did that, actually.
Yeah. Well, no, I was like, I'll just have to stunt it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget you get a +3 from Inspire.
So
Yes, indeed, and because of
okay.
Ace's Inspire, everybody's first action gets a +3 bonus.
So do both my rolls or just the first? Like,
Well, it's multi-attack, so you only need to make one roll. If you're targeting, are you targeting both of them or one guy?
yeah, I'm targeting both. Of
Okay,
them.
then yes, it can apply to both rolls.
Okay. Then that makes my total 22 and 23 respectively.
Okay.
Wait. When you take the modifier, it's still, I guess.
25 and
That'd
26.
be- No. That was including the +3,
okay.
but I wasn't including the negative modifier. So either way, it's like 20 and 21.
Yeah, it's still a solid hit in both cases. And so
Cool.
damage 8. So we're looking at DC 23 for these guys.
Mhm.
All right. Mason rolls out into the corridor, flings a pair of glowing knives that slam into the two guards. There's a slight flash of light as they impact and disappear. The guards both slam against the wall and slide down to the floor, knocked out cold.
And I immediately tell everybody, all right, 2 are down, but something tells me that we're not going to be in the dark for long here.
All right. And indeed, Captain, you are down at the bottom of the elevator shaft. Doors open.
What do we see?
Mason has just filled you in that he's indeed downed 2 of the guards, as you can see at the end of the hall ahead of you. Past them are a set of double doors that lead into the back of the Innovation Center towards the vault area.
You know, he looks towards Ace in for the go ahead.
I'm giving an enthusiastic 2 thumbs up.
Ding, and
No ding.
And he runs for the door and enters the door.
Okay. The door leads into a cross corridor, and there is another short corridor ahead that makes its way into the vault room that you saw, Captain. Those doors are closed at the moment, but they're electronically locked. But you think you should be able to override the lock to get them open.
Mm-hmm. But is that my whole turn? Was my whole turn moving there, or
No, not too far. So you
Okay.
could still make it through those doors this round if you want to.
okay? Yeah, let's see if I can crack this lock.
All right, give me a technology check.
Zap. Technology check. Yeah, okay, there we go. Still not bad because my modifier is really good. 19.
All right, you override the locking mechanism, and these doors are pocket doors. They slide open into the wall when you open them, and you see a broad room ahead of you, there are 6 armed guys in there, one of whom is crouched over a computer keyboard and display, and the black-clad woman pacing nearby him, and the other 5 who all turn as the doors open and you step through.
And they all notice me.
They do.
Just Captain Crunch is just standing there, like awkwardly, looks to the left, looks to the right. Ding.
I'm gonna think real hard to the psychic link. Show him your game face.
Action is your action.
Leaving the elevator shaft. I look. I see the 2 guys down. I see. Oh, the doors are open. Oh,
I'm about to get shot so hard.
I suppose I should join my teammates, and so I move. I fly over to Captain Crunch, and
all right, that's a move action for you because the way is open.
Okay. Do I know if Captain Crunch is kind of I don't know, crunchy?
He's made himself some body armor that's pretty decent, but
I'm more wiry.
Yeah, but he's definitely scrappy rather than anything else.
This is well. I'll just come up right next to him and kind of turn and look at him and say, "Is this the first test of your body armor?" Have you seen Die Hard?
I think I'm about to die really easy.
Trying to think if I should let him do that.
The guards are just
you know the tech guys are always in the back, and I kind of reach over and touch his shoulder and move him back to the back of the hallway.
All right.
Using my telekinesis.
All right. The woman in black throws her head back with a, do I have to do everything? And Fetch, she flies straight at you. She's fast.
Can I interpose?
Yes, you can. You're within your distance. So, Ace, what is your parry defense?
It's a 6.
Okay.
Or my defense is a 16.
Yeah. She flies, Fetch, she comes flying straight at you at considerable speed. And suddenly, in an instant, Ace is there in front of you, which is good because she hits him really hard.
Oh no.
Ace, give me a toughness check.
I have impervious 10 if that matters.
It does not.
Cool.
Cool.
But good to know.
I get a 20.
Plugging a windshield.
I get a 21.
Okay. You are dazed from the force of the hit. There's a loud bang as the woman punches Ace. He skids back a short distance on the floor. And Ace, you also take a bruise in addition to the daze.
Cool. I'm going to look up at her and say, we're going to stop you. You can't do crimes. In Rook City, we're the Ravens. The Rook City Ravens are here to stop you.
Oh, isn't that cute? I'm going to punch you again.
Fair.
Fair.
Link, it is your action.
Well, this is not good for any of us. Because I am linked with Ace,
Indeed.
and he gets hit, I have to now protect myself versus any kind of emotional or mental trauma that he just had that would reflect to me.
Indeed, you do.
As a defensive action, though, I'm going to break communication with everybody else so that they will not get hit with the mental anguish that I would unleash on everybody.
So give me a will resistance check for Link.
Oh, boy. Can I use a hero point?
No, you don't have any hero points yet.
Ooh.
Did I not mention that?
Ooh. That's unique.
Nat 1. It's good to go.
So,
yeah, I didn't see this coming.
When Ace gets hit, Link screams, grabs his head, and passes out. Crumples to the floor, unconscious. The psychic scream nearly deafens the rest of you for a moment. And then, of course, the telepathic Link disappears. All right. The bad guys in the room.
This didn't happen in our training.
2 ravens, 1 stone.
2 of them take shots at Captain Crunch out in the corridor. Captain, what is your dodge defense?
Oh, my dodge defense, that is an 18.
Okay. They both hit you, so I will need 2 toughness resistance checks, if you would please.
Oh, this is gonna suck. Okay, 21 and 16.
Don't forget, you get the +3 from Inspire.
Oh, that's right.
That applies to actions, not resistance checks.
Oh,
okay.
It applied to everything.
I'm pretty sure.
21 and 16 or 24 and 19, depending. But so I'm currently sitting at 21 and 16.
All right. The first one is successful. The second one, you take a bruised condition.
Ooh, yep.
-1. Or I should say, I take it back. You take this is lethal damage. You take an injured condition. -1 to your toughness checks.
Ah! Ow! 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 Ow!
They have some kind of energy blaster weapons. And the remaining thugs aren't going at the moment. Panacea, it is your action.
So of course I'm horrified to see Link go down. So can I use my healing to try to revive him?
You can.
Then I will do it.
Give me a healing check.
Exactly. That's a well, so that would be 17 with that with the Inspire.
With the Inspire? Okay.
Yeah, so
fortunately
that's my roll is a 17, and then am I adding my healing rank?
You rolled a 17 on the die.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, you were going to add your rank to that, but you're good.
Right.
So Panacea, you get over to where Link is. You place a hand on his chest, and healing energy flows from you, and Link, you regain consciousness immediately. Your damage conditions are gone, but you have a bit of a headache, but you're all right otherwise.
But here's a question I have for that, though, because I was down and then automatically brought back. Is there any residual mental anguish that would be projected out from that?
No, I mean, you're like I said, you still have a bit. Your head is ringing a bit,
Gotcha.
But you're okay otherwise.
But I'm coherent enough to control myself, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're okay.
I hold up 3 fingers and ask him how many fingers he sees.
3.5.
How many fingers, Link?
The one in the middle says 1, but thanks, man.
Good. You're good, man. You're good. I just pat you on the chest and
I look up at Mason. I go, "You got to do something."
Since Ace interposed, that was his action, if I'm remembering correctly.
I can do it once per round as a reaction. I still have a standard action.
You're just dazed then. So
Yep.
you've got your half action.
You said she knocked me back, but is she close enough for me to punch?
Oh yeah.
Since she wants to throw hands?
Yep. Definitely close enough.
Unbeknownst to her, my hands are rated E for everyone. And I'm going to roll.
Oh man! Oh, that's a good one. Oh, I gotta save that.
All right. Give me an attack check.
I got a 19 on the dice for a 25 total.
All right.
And I will Henry Cavill reload my arms. It's like come together.
All right. You pull back and hit. She throws her arms up in front of her, catches your punch, and is completely unaffected.
Oh no!
Oh no!
There goes your manhood, buddy.
You hit like a girl.
Oh no!
You hit really hard, ma'am. Steve, I do have a power loss complication based on my self-confidence.
Yes, indeed you do. Do you feel that has been invoked?
I feel emasculated.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I mean, he is a 16-year-old male. So.
Uh-huh.
Oof! Oof!
All right.
Oh no!
Noted.
I had that great line. She didn't care.
Mason, your action.
Oh no!
Actually, I'm just curious because we did have a telepathic link at least a moment ago.
Yep.
How old is this? Are I guess generally the people that we're fighting? I guess most of them are in masks, so we haven't been able to
Well,
get like a general...
I was going to say the gunmen are all masked, so you can't tell. The woman, now that you've gotten a look at her, maybe early 20s. Hard to say, but probably not that much older than you.
So not hot for teacher age, but definitely within our strike range.
Well, definitely co-ed age.
Definitely enough to really emasculate Ace. Okay. And so
I don't know what you're talking about. It's okay.
I'm still in the hallway then, with Panacea and Link, who just got revived. And then where are the hostages from us? Because that was like our original goal. I almost feel like we should be changing tactics and like taking her on. But
They are in an office nearby. You've knocked out the guards outside of the door there.
to the hostages. Okay.
Yes, the door to where the hostages are.
Okay.
You're probably just a few, maybe like 5 feet ahead of that to be closer to the where the fight is happening. But
Right.
you're pretty close by to where they are.
Okay. Link, you up?
You're
Yeah,
unconscious.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm getting to my feet as he's talking. So
All right. What I think is we get to the hostages, we blow a hole in the side, and I make like some kind of slide for them to get down to the police, and then we rally back up with the troops.
well, they're on the first floor, so we just got to get them to the front. So I can lead them out.
Oh, I thought we were on the second floor. Oh,
No,
right, we
were
went
on
down
the
the
second
stairs.
floor. And we went down the stairs.
Correct.
Also,
You could still create like a light escalator so that you
Yeah.
just kind of
if
shuffle
I was being
down.
really nice about it.
Roller
Yeah.
skates, skateboard, whatever.
This is also a worthwhile thing because you said it was kind of like open windows and everything we could see around. Can I?
Mhm.
Do I have enough ability to tell if any of these are load-bearing walls?
Hard to
Oh
tell.
no!
You're
All right.
you're really not an expert in that.
Well, I'm always on the internet doing my own research.
That's true. That's
Well,
true.
I do need to ask one thing for everybody's privy since we had time to look down the hall. The door's closed, correct?
No, the doors are open, courtesy
Oh,
of
yes.
Captain Crunch.
No, but I meant for the office where the
Oh, the office to where the hostages are, that door is closed. Yes.
Okay, because in my hyper analytical mind that I'm using, my first thought was like that door's got to be booby trapped in some way, just in case the guards do go down, because they wouldn't just leave innocent victims in there. We don't know what condition they're in when we get in there, if we get in there. So I'm just
Mhm.
I'm just erring on the side of caution a little bit. I know we're kind of pressed for time, so
Fair enough. So, Mason, what do you want to do?
Well, now you got me worried about this whole booby trap possibility. All right. I have an idea, but I don't know how possible it is. I want to rush up to the door, give it a quick look over, and then use my light construct to basically build a little drill to make a hole in the door so I can look inside, like basically like a I guess peephole. Is that the word? Like what you would have in a front door. Yeah.
Sure, you can do that.
Okay.
You take a look. It looks to you like the door is pretty, standard, sort of interior case steel door, but your constructs could cut through it, and in fact, you do so, and you can see it's basically just a small sort of office space inside, and a half a dozen people who are, presumably the night staff of the center are in there. They are, sort of. In fact, they sort of kind of step back from the door a bit when your construct, cuts through it. And they're like, "What's going on out there?"
Hey, hi. Don't worry. We're not with the government, and we're here to help.
That seems to either confuse or reassure them. In some cases, a little of both.
And so like, are none of them are like tied up or anything? Like,
nope.
Okay.
Good.
All right? Did they do anything to this door that you guys can tell? Like, can you open the door from your side?
I don't think so. They told us if we came out that they would shoot us.
Well, they're not conscious to do that, so I think you can come out now. Or actually, no, I want to open the door. Then I just want to go in.
Okay.
And then
you open the door.
That's my turn.
All right. Indeed, it is. Captain Crunch.
Ow! 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 I am going to try and because I can see that computer that's set up, correct?
Yes, you can.
Is there one of the mooks at it?
He is, although right now he is standing and holding his gun pointed in your general direction, not looking at the computer.
Okay. In which case, I'm gonna fly up to him and say, "That's a pretty gun you got there." Nope. And he is going to attempt to grab the top of it and use his deactivate technology power.
Okay.
To just completely suck all the juice out of it.
All right.
I have to give a hand-to-hand, I think.
Well, first, you fly into the room, and two of the guys who had been holding their actions shoot you.
Yes!
I'm starting to think they might be the well-oiled machine.
Fortunately, you're flying fast enough that one of them misses you by a narrow margin. The other does hit you, however, and I need another toughness check.
Okay, this time I only have a +5 to toughness.
Yeah, no bonus this round.
Oh no. That's a 19.
Okay, that
Grand
is
total.
and that included your injured condition?
Yes, that included the injured condition.
That is another injured condition.
Ow!
-2 total. But your body armor does take the hits, and you do fly up to the other guy. And
he goes, those weapons of yours, those are dangerous. I'm going to ask you to not. And he grabs the top of it and attempts to deactivate it.
Give me a nullify check.
Okay. That's just a d20 plus the power rank.
Plus the power rank, correct.
That's 27.
Nice. Grab LED indicator along the side, and it is non-functional. All right, Fetch. your action.
I think everybody needs to move away from the computer. So I reach out my hand. Well, I'm standing right in front of her, aren't I?
Yep.
It's okay. It's okay. I got Lady Punches really hard.
Well, I'm gonna look over at Ace and go, and are we back up on the mental link?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet.
Not until Link's action.
I was gonna say maybe we could work together, but I am going to. Oh my god! I don't want her to hit me. I'm gonna try to knock her down. Would I be using my telekinetic manipulation? Would I just shoot her? Or should I just shoot her?
If you just want to essentially trip her to knock her down, then you can use your telekinesis for that.
Okay. All right, then I'm going to do that. Will there be a strength check?
Well, you're going to give me an attack check first.
Okay.
I'll fetch.
Is this unarmed?
No, you're just going to use your range.
Oh, use my range.
Telekinesis ability.
Right.
+8.
Plus the no, I've already done that. Okay. That'll be a 15. Not great,
Okay.
but
unfortunately, not enough. And she noticed that.
oh, Captain, you're gonna see how hard this is gonna hurt.
It's okay. It's okay. I've got another interpose now.
And she pivots. I don't like it when they get grabby. And takes a swing at Fetch. All right, Fetch, you are parry 7.
Yep.
So that is gonna be a hit.
Can I interpose again?
You can if you want.
Jesus, no!
I don't know if want is the right word.
Ace, no!
It's my job. I'm the guy who gets punched in the face. You guys got this.
Okay.
Meet you.
Do we know?
Ace, you step in the way of the punch, but I'm going to need a toughness check with no bonus.
No bonus.
Nope.
Oh no.
That's a 7. Do I get the penalty for my hit still?
Yeah, you do.
So that'll be a 7.
And she lays Ace out. He steps in front of the punch, and it snaps his head to the side, and he goes down onto the floor in a heap.
Is that because my powers were turned off
Yep.
for my complication?
He does not appear to be invulnerable at the moment.
Can I have a hero point?
And we're getting to that.
Okay.
And then she steps over Ace's unconscious body and swings at you again, Fetch.
Oh no!
I'm
But-
gonna need him.
You
I'm gonna
back
need a
up,
medic.
like really like fast, almost involuntarily fly back, and she just misses you.
I'm gonna need a medic.
Link, it's your action.
Now, did he fly into sight of us?
Did Fetch
No,
or
Ace when he got hit.
no? No, he didn't go far. He just hit the floor.
So they're
pretty
basically
much.
around the corner from the office that we're at.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, man. This is going rough. I mean,
I owe you a Band-Aid.
okay. Well, she might be tough and strong and everything, but I'm gonna run to the end of the hall and kind of do the hero slide, and then just unleash hell on her mentally.
You're gonna mind blast her.
I'm gonna mind blast the shit out of her.
All right. What's the damage rank of your Mind Blast?
Let's see here. Mental Overload is damage 6.
Okay.
DC 21.
Indeed it is. Link slides into the room, fiercely concentrates. The woman grabs the sides of her head and screams as she takes a step back away from Ace's unconscious form. Then she turns and glares at Link. That hurt.
Oh, this is not good.
Oh, this is this is really
not
bad.
good.
What are you idiots waiting for? Shoot him!
What are you idiots waiting for? Shoot him.
And
Okay.
all the guns in the room aim at Link.
Yay.
Pew pew.
All right.
Teenage bravado. This is not the way you run it.
Link, you hear a voice in your mind, sort of soft and feminine. You have to be ready. And then I need 3 toughness checks.
Okay. Because I wouldn't be able to parry the blast because I was interengaging my telepathy with her, so I wouldn't be able to see the shots coming. So, boy. Okay, what do I add to those rolls?
Your toughness bonus.
Gotcha. Toughness is 6
Indeed.
-2. I don't know what the 2 means, but
2 is when you're unable to dodge, but
Okay.
that doesn't apply here. So, use
so
the 6.
I have a 9, a 14, and a 13. It's probably all hits.
Okay. The first hit dazes you and does a injury.
Okay.
The second hit dazes you and does an injury. And the third hit dazes you and does an injury.
Great.
So -3 total to your toughness checks.
Yep.
Ow.
And
So I just get pelted with these plasma balls.
you get grazed by a few of the energy blasts. Fortunately, your psychic abilities do let you dodge enough that none of them simply core you. As far as that goes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, did you just use the verb core?
Like an apple?
And Panacea, it is your action.
Okay, so so the hostages, the doors were open, right? And they were and so they can I want to suggest to them that they just go. So right, I'm in a hurry. Obviously, there's all those shots that have just been fired. I'm worried about the consequences of all that. So I want to run, but I do say to the hostages, just go that way. Go to run to the police, and just try to usher them, or just wave them down the hallway. And then I'm running into the scene of battle.
Carnage.
And
Catastrophe.
Exactly. So, so Ace is probably close to or I don't know. So if I come in, can I get to Ace? I guess is my question.
You can try to.
Yeah.
Ace is closer to the and Fetch are closer to the middle of the room. Link is just inside the room as far as that goes, and Captain Crunch is on the far side of the room.
Yeah, I would imagine it a bit like in a war movie. Like if I were trying to jump on a grenade, I'd be trying to basically jump on Ace and then use my healing power.
All right.
So yeah, and if people, I'm not that worried if people are going to take shots at me because I don't know, right? Who's having action, right? But I feel like, hey, if they shoot me, I can take it. So
Indeed.
I like that med grenade analogy. It's like med grenade.
One guy does take a shot at you as you rush over where Ace is, and that will be a hit. So I need a toughness check.
Let's check. That's a whopping 12.
Okay. Then that is also an injured and dazed condition. All right. But
well, if anybody was going to get hit, that's the best person to get hit.
You do reach where Ace is, and if you want to use your healing ability, you can give me a healing roll.
That's a 21.
Nice. All right. Ace, you feel this sort of warm surge of golden light.
No, she hit me and I peed.
Bringing you back. you feel yourself returning to consciousness, and you hear this sort of feminine voice say, "You have to believe in yourself." And then you wake up, and Ace, you're in your bedroom, having you're like, oh, what is that? Oh, your alarm is going off, and you hit it to silence it. That was a weird dream. You had superpowers. You and your friends were fighting this girl, which honestly might be a therapy thing at some point.
It's really weird that she looked like my mom.
But yeah, man, that was weird. You fortunately did not sleep through your alarm, and you get up, get about your morning routine, and not long thereafter, the six of you are meeting up outside of Rook High School in downtown. You've all been friends for much of high school and the like, and you share some common interests. And interestingly enough, you also shared a really common weird dream. When Ace mentions that he had this weird dream.
I had a dream that we were like a team of superheroes. We were the Silver Bullet Bandits, right? And like we were working to stop this crazy this like dominatrix lady and her goons from robbing the Innovation Center.
And
then I totally beat her up.
You all had exactly that same dream, except for the fact nobody mentioned that group name that you remember.
And this is like in the morning, right? Like we're outside of high school.
This is the morning just before the start of class.
All right. Mason's eating some beef jerky, and he says it's probably the vitamin C.
Okay, no, look, listen, for the last time, and Christopher he's eating like popcorn chicken, and he says, "Look, Chicken Hutch is not putting the 11 seasonings and spices into the water supply. I've explained this for the 5th time."
And I'm telling you, they're at war with the government who's trying to put vitamin C in it to try to bankrupt the cough medicine companies.
Oh, wait, I thought that was vitamin D. No, vitamin D's good for you.
The only thing they're putting in the water is fluoride. You know that.
I've been reading. I was up all night last night before I fell asleep, I've been sending you all those links. Have you been reading them?
No.
Are you still looking at those demolition
No,
plans
because
again?
no, because
Those
you know what, Mason? I don't want viruses on my computer.
They're reputable sources. Knoweverything.org is, they wouldn't do anything like that.
Mason, one of those articles was literally written by Big Scurvy.
So you're not you're not reading bigbuildinggoboom.com anymore, right?
No,
told you to stay away
they've
from
got
that
got a
site.
real political bent about them now.
Okay, all right.
What about Big Parma?
The Parmesan site, no, they're still good.
Does it always come back to chicken with you? Does it?
It all comes back to chicken.
Well, I
really.
was listening to Ace, and I am disturbed, and I say that's not possible. After he describes his dream, it's not possible. I had the same dream, and in the dream you got shot, you got hit by that woman, right? It hurt really bad, and I had the power to try to revive you, and I did, and I guess that's the last thing I remember. Yeah.
Yep.
I remember that happening, and then I heard a woman say I had to believe in myself.
The woman who punched you?
No.
Different voice.
Right. I didn't hear.
She didn't have anything nice to say to me.
Well, when he says that, because I heard a woman's voice, I'm gonna probe his mind.
With what? You don't have any powers.
Oh shit! See, I'm already thinking that I have this thing going on, man.
Oh, I've got phantom power syndrome.
Phantom power syndrome.
Look, in the dream, I don't know how, but I had the ability to connect everybody's minds together. But I heard the same voice that you did. You just said. I heard a woman's voice. What kind of voice was it?
It was like warm and nice, and I've been trying to replay it in my head, but every time I do, it gets fainter and fainter.
Look, I know your mom's a MILF, but that's just too much Oedipus complex for me, buddy.
Look, I'm not the one who's trying to link us all to Mason's brain.
This sounds like a really bad Space Wagon episode. You gotta stop watching that. You gotta stop watching those shows, man.
Okay, wait. I got this, okay? In the dream, Fetch, you kept referencing Die Hard. Does anybody remember that in the dream?
Yes.
That he talked about Die Hard.
Except we then died incredibly easy.
No, that's not the point. I'm saying that we all had the same dream to remember exactly a phrase that he said. So
That's
there's
what I'm saying,
something
it's not
going
possible.
on.
Wait, yeah, no, wait, and Christopher looks around and he says, and he looks directly at Ace. Ding.
That's creepy.
How do you know about that?
Right.
Ding.
All right. Okay. So
Just
we
then,
all.
Mr. Snell, your science teacher,
Mr. Snow.
comes up the steps where the group of you are gathered and talking. Boys, we have to get on the bus. The field trip is heading out.
Where's the field trip?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, right.
To the Innovation Center. It's been planned. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh man, yeah, I've been looking forward to this all month. Oh, this is gonna be
I
great.
think we all need to go to the nurse's office.
What, and
No.
miss out on
I
the
definitely want.
Innovation
I definitely
Center?
want to compare. I definitely want to compare to my dream memory with the actual location.
Oh, the Innovation Center from your dream is a real place.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, have I ever been there before though?
You might have. It's sort of congruent with some of Mason's interests.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna
All
say.
right.
I'd assume Christopher's also been there.
Christopher. has
Yeah,
probably
we
also been
all
there.
went there on a field trip back in 8th grade.
All right.
Yeah,
Team
but
huddle,
I
team
know-
huddle.
Yeah,
Mr.
no,
Snow
but
will be right with you.
But you see, I didn't go to that junior high school though, so I didn't.
That's why we kicked your ass in football that entire year. So
I wouldn't know. I wasn't on the team.
Chris was definitely contributing to the football team.
Yeah.
Also,
We got
Mason
Ace.
doesn't want to get
Yeah.
in trouble, so he's going to get on the bus.
Wait, huddle. Wait, Mason, huddle.
Fine.
You buckle under the first sign of authority. What happened to the anti-government stuff?
Pick and choose your battles, Ace.
Gentlemen, I can
Please.
feel your grades dropping precipitously as I stand here.
We can huddle on the bus.
Come on, we can talk about it on the bus. Yeah.
Okay. I just
Also, as I'm going on, I finished the last of my beef jerky, and I'm like, also, Chris, I think you're remembering things incorrectly. Dream Me was kicking butt and took out 2 guys with no problems. You guys all were getting laid out.
Yeah, and I mean, I was and still am the leadest of hacksaws.
All right.
let's get on the bus.
Also, he definitely has a Red Bull too.
It's like, I can't afford the GPA hit. Let's get on the bus.
You pile on the school bus with the rest of your class, and that seems like a good opportunity for a commercial/bio break to support our sponsors, Mutants and Masterminds, the world's greatest superhero role-playing game.
Mhm.
So let's take 5.
Thank you, folks.
It's up to Troy, though.
It's up to Troy. Troy, are you there? I connect telepathy with the disembodied brain.
Right?
Oh, don't let the
Do a
disembodied
seance.
mist in your brain. It never gets out.
No, that never ends well.
I'm just wondering if Mr. Snow's first name is Jonathan.
Marvin.
Marvin Snow.
No. SNELL.
Smell.
No.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Hello, friends. It is your only friend, Disembodied Troy. In the background, as our heroes begin to take their place, I want to remind everyone you are watching a Patreon actual play called Regeneration. These are members of the Mutants and Masterminds Patreon, which you can check out yourself by going to patreon.com/mutantsandmasterminds. I also wanted to remind folks, wherever you happen to be, if you're on YouTube or Facebook or Twitch, give us a like. Make sure you're subscribed. Tell your friends. Call your mom. And enjoy the rest of this actual play. And we'll be back with more here in just a moment.
Welcome back, everybody. For those of you who are just joining us, this is Regeneration, Mutants and Masterminds Patreon actual play. We are playing with members of, patrons of the Mutants and Masterminds Patreon over at patreon.com/mutantsandmasterminds. With me is Alex, our Mutants and Masterminds line developer. And our teen heroes, if indeed they are, have just had a strange experience where they all had the same dream of being superpowered heroes in the city of Rook, the most high-tech and advanced city in America, what was originally once known as Detroit. But now, students at Rook High School, our 6 heroes, are on a school bus on their way down through the streets of downtown to the Rook Innovation Center.
Steve, is it a high-tech school bus or just a standard school bus?
It's pretty routine sort of school bus that you find anywhere in America these days.
So you could say that we're making our way downtown.
Good.
Walking fast.
Space is past. We're homebound.
Steve, is there anybody on the bus who looks like the lady who beat me up?
Nope.
Okay, good.
Right, Ace. So you want us to huddle up, and we are huddled.
Well, the huddle was about whether or not we should get on the bus,
Oh, okay. Well, now.
but I think I was outvoted.
No.
But I think we should keep a head on a swivel. If we all had a dream about the place we're going to, it can't be a coincidence. Maybe it's like that old movie Final Destination.
Yes, but was our dream at daytime or nighttime?
I think it was nighttime.
Well, it was nighttime in your dream when you went to the Innovation Center.
Huh.
And do we actually have memories of this trip being planned at some point?
You're not sure. You think maybe, but you don't really recall.
No, I think we should be careful, guys.
Schwarzenegger.
Can I call my
Total Recall. Schwarzenegger was so much better. I'm telling you.
Can I call my parents and like ask them if they had to like sign a permission slip or something?
Yeah, I mean, you all have phones and the like.
Yeah.
You know, and in fact, you do check in, and your mom is like, "Of course, honey, we sent that in last week, I think. Is everything all right?"
Yeah, I actually probably just text her. So anyway, it takes back THX. What child would really call his
Indeed.
parents? Right.
Actually,
yeah.
I'm kind of with Lincoln on this. I think Total Recall was better with Schwarzenegger. Good point.
As Mason's downing his Red Bull. So, Mr. Snow, have you ever been to the Innovation Lab before?
Of course. The Innovation Center has all kinds of wonderful initiatives and projects going on. I think that you're going to see some really interesting things today.
I'm gonna give
Sure. That sounds like the brochure, but what do you think they're really doing in there?
Mason, we've had this conversation before. There are no Black Ops government projects going on at the Innovation Center in downtown Rook.
I mean, I'm not expecting that you were told about them. I'm asking, I think it's important to speculate.
Did everybody put $5 in the pool for this?
Ace,
God.
Andrew, while Mason is
takes us
going on
far.
one of his patented rants with Mr. Snell, who is adopted his patient listening expression.
I know that expression.
You sort of lean back against the seat of the bus and look out the window as you're winding your way through the streets, and the tall sort of reflective surface of the City Hall building catches your eye as you're rounding a corner, and for a second, it looks like someone has spray painted a giant red circle with a slash through it on the side of the building, like 10 stories tall. And you sort of do a double take and leaning to look out the window closer, and it's gone.
Does that symbol mean anything to me?
Not that you can think of, although it seems familiar somehow. Lincoln, you're likewise starting to tone out Mason. You've heard this, rant like 100 times before. And you hear someone, a soft, familiar, feminine voice. You have to be ready. You have to find them. And you look around. There's no one sitting near enough to you to have said that.
Alex, Ace is definitely not your mom.
Oh, you heard a voice again?
Yeah, guys, I just heard her again.
I saw a symbol.
You saw what?
And I'm gonna take out my. Do I have my book bag with me? I assume I have.
Of course.
I'm going to take out a notepad and I'm going to draw a red circle with a line through it that looks like any other no crossing sign in the city of Rook, Michigan.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
It
basically
was like this, but it was 10 stories tall on City Hall.
Crunch is gonna Christopher is gonna see that
Mhm.
and take out his own laptop, and I want to see if I can't try to look that symbol up, see if it's from anything.
Yeah, it's a giant emoji, dude.
Well, it does look like a mathematical null symbol.
Mm.
No.
It's the red line is too long for it to be sort of a no symbol or a not, forbidding symbol as far as that goes, because it cuts through the line of the circle. But it could be basically a null or a zero symbol.
Yeah.
But you're not turning up anything of that particular
Color, particular style of null.
Not long thereafter, the bus pulls up alongside the Innovation Center, and everyone piles out. And Mr. Snell leads you into the lobby, where a couple of college interns, from the looks of them, who are pretty nicely dressed, begin passing out little lanyards to everybody, and they're explaining. So these temporary passes will give you access to all of the visitor areas here in the Innovation Center. These are programmed with our latest biometric features that will give you access to only the visitor areas. So please don't stray, as these badges will let us know if you've wandered into any of the sensitive areas of the facility. Those areas are strictly off limits.
Strictly.
I look at Mason when she says that, like, is
Me
he
too.
right? All right, gang, let's go.
I think these badges, they're tagging us.
Let's go innovate.
Oh, here we go again.
And
Are these the same kind of badges that are going to let us know if the radiation gets too high?
You won't be going anywhere near any of those areas. There's nothing to be concerned about.
Yeah, the Atom Smasher.
Okay. How long have you been an intern here?
Oh, just a few months.
Oh, okay.
Meanwhile, Christopher, for the last time, Mason, that is not how 5G works.
And now I'm asking questions like Mason. Oh my gosh.
I look over to Sid and I'm like, you know what? This is getting too much. I mean, between his rhetoric and feeding into the conspiracy theories and then me hearing voices all of a sudden. I need a Xanax.
There's the clack of heels on the tile, and one of the interns says, "Oh, there's Miss Poole. We'll hand you over to her." And you glance over to see a tall blonde woman, probably made a bit taller by the fact that she's wearing killer heels. A very sharp black skirted business suit, and what can only really accurately be described as hot librarian glasses.
Hot the teacher!
She has.
Doesn't that look like your mom?
She has a tablet held in one hand, held close to her chest. And a sort of violet-colored blouse underneath her black blazer.
We're not going to be able to go in this building, you know that.
She smiles pleasantly at, "Welcome, everyone. I'm Adele Poole. I'm the public relations director here at the Innovation Center. And I think that you'll be in for a treat with some really interesting things that we have to share with you today. Your teacher has already prepared the lesson plan. So if you'll follow me, we'll begin your tour. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know.
Guys,
Thank you very, very much.
Ace, she is almost certainly the woman from your dream.
guys,
Guys,
that's her.
Yeah, I know.
Does
Yeah, it's creepy.
No, that's an entirely different outfit.
so does her voice sound anything like the voices you've been hearing, Nate?
No,
Lincoln?
no, she's too hot for that.
Okay. Huh.
I mean, there's a big difference between, Ace's mom and, this chick. So.
Hey, that's just my mom, guys. It's okay.
Ace's mom.
Mom, yeah,
got it going
God
on.
damn it.
Hey, I'm sure. I just love the 90s. I can't help it.
Miss Poole, what is it you do here?
Oh, well, I am our public relations director. So I work with the media and with the other nonprofits, as well, of course, as interfacing with the Rook city government on all matters of concern to the Innovation Center, as well, of course, as entertaining visitors such as yourselves.
Do you ever have trouble sleeping at night running spin for this place?
I beg your pardon?
Never mind.
How did you sleep last night, Miss Poole?
Just
I look at it,
thank you.
Dude.
Miss Poole, how long is this tour going to? Is it going to be an all-day tour? Are we going to actually partake in some activities?
She glances down at her data pad. Well, the initial tour should be about an hour. And then, of course, there'll be a short educational program in the Holography Center. And I believe that then we have a short participatory question and answer program with some of our researchers.
Nice.
If there aren't any other questions, we should get on our way.
Thank you very much, Ms. Poole.
Of course. Now, the Innovation Center, as you know, was built as part of the reconstruction of Rook during the initial government program to renovate and restore much of the former city of Detroit. And she goes on about her spiel, explaining a little bit about the Innovation Center's history and construction and the like. You are led down the corridor, and as you are passing by, and everything, at least on the first floor, looks exactly like you recall it from your dream, which is really weird for those of you who have never been here before.
Is the window we removed even out?
No, all the windows, you glanced at all the windows coming in and they were all intact. But as you're passing by the elevators on the first floor, you all hear a feminine voice. You have to find them.
I looked at everybody.
Huh. My astrology report did say I was going to experience something old as new today.
Really? That's what you're putting your stock in.
Oh, not just anyone. The one from the Topeka Times.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the other ones are just like written by people.
This is new.
Sid, did you hear that?
You all did.
I did.
Was that Steve answering or the lady answering?
No, that was me. That was the answer.
Kind of weird.
It was down there by the elevators. We have to find them.
Well, how many other kids are on this tour with us?
You've been hearing this the whole time? You've been hearing this voice?
It's a group of about 40.
Periodically.
Okay.
All right, gang. Let's ditch this group and let's go check out the elevators.
Yeah, let's Spider-Man this shit.
What?
Oh no, am I going to get bit by a radioactive ace? What even is that?
Radioactive playing cards?
Yeah.
Garfield.
Right,
Andrew Garfield was the best Spider-Man. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh, here we go.
So-
This whole thing again.
So as we're
believe
walking
in
the
Andrew Garfield?
tour,
Mm-hmm.
There's
that was
water
good.
in my
That
nose.
was a good one.
Oh, somebody
That was a
broke
good one.
Dominic.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Oh, no.
Oh.
David, you were saying.
Yeah.
As we're going through the tour and as we're walking along, I'm beginning to think these guys want to go to the elevators. So I'm thinking, so Sid is thinking, well, we need a diversion. So as we're walking along, I'm going to, if we're walking amongst like desks and stuff,
Mhm.
I'm going to take a stapler or something of kind of mass or something as she's walking along and she's talking about the building. If she turns her head, I'm just going to fling it over my head and off in a direction so that it makes a noise. And if she turns and focuses kind of on what's going on over there,
Yep.
I'm going to tell everybody, move along.
All right.
I'm going to tell everybody we need to go. We need to go.
Indeed, the flung stapler definitely hits something
Somebody.
substantial enough to knock something to the floor from the sound of it. And Ms. Poole and several other people sort of look in that direction. And you all take a moment to sort of slip away.
Mhm.
Where'd you go?
Is it a red stapler?
It could be.
Okay.
Yes, it's a red. What are those swing line staplers? Those are really, really popular. Yeah, and
Knocked
they've
over a
got
bunch of TPS reports.
Yeah, a bunch of reports, or a programmer, or
So
Oof,
we're
and
gonna
false
we're
signal.
gonna follow him.
Let's head to the elevator
Exactly. Yeah.
where we heard the voice. I think that's the best place to start our look.
I'm following Fetch.
Does the elevator require a badge?
Doesn't appear to.
Okay.
And you hit the call button and it opens.
Is
The
there,
buttons on the elevator show that there are 3 floors above this first floor, and there are 2 basement levels, a basement and a sub-basement.
Let's go to the sub basement.
Mhm.
All right.
That's where you always hide the goodies, right, Mason?
Well, hang on. As we go, Christopher is gonna crack out his laptop,
Mhm.
take out like a little USB dongle thing, plug it
Yep.
into the side, plug his key card into it,
Yep.
and he's gonna try and override the controls on his key card.
All right. Give me a technology check.
Do I still have my stats?
Just roll the die and tell me what you get.
We're PL1 now. We don't have a plus 14 in any of this.
That's right. We're not even 8 points.
I rolled a 7 plus.
Okay.
If I get a plus 14, I get plus 14.
Did I mention, by the way, that you all have a hero point, except for Link and Ace, who have 2?
Well, now.
Oh,
Probably should have mentioned it.
okay. I am going to spend a hero point.
Okay, re-roll the die.
While Chris is doing that,
That's 15
Okay.
plus
Mhm.
If I have the plus 14, I have the
It's
plus 14,
29.
which would be
And,
29. But
David, you're saying?
I'm looking to see if there are cameras in the elevator,
Mm-hmm.
and if there are, I'm pointing at various ones of us. Okay, who gets to play Hans Gruber, and who is, and I start naming off characters from Die Hard.
There is a sort of shiny black sort of blister in the elevator that is probably a camera. Christopher, you think you got it. You have this like weird sense of just how to tweak the security code so that you think you have essentially upgraded everyone's badges to all access. It probably won't last long before the system's checks eventually catch up with it. But for the moment, basically the system thinks you're authorized to be wherever you're supposed to be.
Nice.
Awesome.
okay,
Give me a boost.
This should last for a little bit.
Yeah, probably not much more than maybe 20 minutes tops.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring. That's probably about what I would have said.
Maybe less.
Sub basement it is.
And
Wait, Fetch, give me a boost before we press the button.
Oh, okay. And
I'll go up to the camera and I'll take the
Lincoln.
cheese off of the sandwich in my lunch and I'll just smear it on the.
See, I was going to ask Mason for the cheese whiz out of his lunch.
All right. The elevator descends, and in a few moments, the doors open and into a sort of dimly lit corridor.
Stand to the side. Stand to the side.
Press the ding! Press the ding!
Dang.
Infiltration is Fetch's thing.
The corridor has lighting, but it's definitely dimmer. The innovation center ground floor looks like an Apple store. It's white and silver and all brightly lit and all of that. Down here, it is definitely a sub basement. The long corridor off the elevator has several doors. There are 3 doors along either side, and there's one door at the far end. And there is a uniformed guard standing in front of that door.
Does he have a gun?
He has a sidearm of some sort on his belt. It is not drawn at the moment.
All right, gang. All right. This is the first mission of the Mighty Michiganders, okay?
What?
We're gonna run down there. We're gonna tackle this guy, and then we're gonna get access to
we're
the
not
room.
going to do that. We're going to act
That
like
sounds like
lost.
a really bad. What about another distraction?
Do you have another stapler?
You're very close now, the voice says. You have to find them.
Ace, how much Scooby-Doo have you been watching?
Enough?
Okay. My
If he chases
my dad always told me that if you're in a situation, you just need to act like you know what you're doing, and people will let you do whatever it is you're doing. So,
Well, the
let's-
coolest cucumber in our group has got to be Sid.
let's try this. So Sid's gonna walk out the elevator, down the hall.
This is
Does
gonna
the
end well.
door by any chance have a badge swipe or anything like that on it?
It does.
Well, I am going to use Sid is going to use his upgraded access, walk up to the door, beep,
All
and
right.
see if it opens.
You do. And you walk to the door at the end of the hall.
Yes.
All right. You walk right up to the door. Hold your badge to the reader. It switches from red to green, and the door, with sort of a pneumatic sound, hisses open. The guy who's standing by the door doesn't even look at you. He's just staring straight ahead.
Okay.
He's probably getting anyway. All right, let's go.
Sure. Yeah.
And indeed, the rest of you kind of scamper down the hallway towards the open door. The guy standing there doesn't move a muscle. It's like he's a statue.
And I missed it. So he's standing in front of a different door, or he's
standing right next to this one.
This one, okay. But
Yeah.
and are there any other doors in this hallway?
There are.
There are. Okay.
There's 3 doors on either side of the hall.
There's a good size. You can see that there's a good sized room behind the door, also fairly dimly lit, sort of greenish cast to the light. And there are large sort of standing cylinders in the room that run along the walls on either side. They're basically tall, sort of transparent tubes at a sort of a slight angle, so that the tops of them lean back a bit from the floor. And the upper and lower parts of them are covered with heavy metallic sort of caps and machinery of some kind. There's panels with electronic displays in them, and dark shapes are floating in each of the tubes.
Do they look humanoid?
They do.
Christopher just sort of leans over to Mason. He says, "I am never going to question anything you say ever again."
Well, Sid's going to say, okay, everyone step in. And once everybody steps in, going to close the door and look for a light switch.
Look for a light switch.
There is a panel on the near the door, and touching the controls brings the lights in the room up brighter. And you can see the figures floating in the tubes are all of you.
So, Link, which one of these belongs to that voice?
Wait, they all look like us.
They're us, right?
They do.
What?
The figures in the tubes are the 6 of you.
Mm-hmm.
It's the freaking Matrix, man.
Magic Brain Lady. Is this who we're supposed to find?
I'm taking the blue pill, man.
Chris, how long did you say you thought we had before the badges would stop working?
I don't know, about the length of an average 22-minute cartoon.
Is there any response when Ace says that? Because I wanted to do the same thing, see if I could talk to her later.
The voice says, "You have to free them. You can."
I go tap on the glass for mine.
No, it's like a pet store. Don't.
The figure floating in the fluid inside is wearing a sort of like a breathing mask. There's a hose that runs up to the top of the cylinder. All of them are wearing just sort of like a skin tight, almost like a wetsuit. And those same sort of breathing masks, their eyes are all closed as if they're asleep. But they are, you can see their chests are moving enough that they are clearly breathing. And they're just sort of floating there. Tap it, you like rap on the glass a bit, but there's no reaction or movement.
Do any of them look familiar?
They look exactly like you.
Yeah.
So, okay,
6 of us.
They're the clones of us, or we're in some sort of computer simulation.
Maybe we're the clones.
Do you think we're the clones, or do you think they're the clones?
I have no idea, man.
Maybe we'll find out if we open them. And Christopher is going to take a look at the control terminals and see if he can reckon how they work.
All right. Give me a technology check with your normal bonus.
Oh, with my actual bonus. Cool.
Because Mason's trying to track the time, he uses the brightness on his phone to check his pocket watch.
That's a
Oh my
22.
God.
Okay.
Mason brought a briefcase to school, didn't he?
This is some sophisticated stuff. This is way more advanced than anything you've ever seen. You might be able to figure it out, but it's going to take a while. It could be hours.
Well, there's the indirect way.
Oh no! Wait! Oh!
I'm gonna go into mine and try to open it.
You mean turn it off and back on again?
No, I'm gonna try to rip the door off.
There's a bit of a lip to it, enough to get your fingers sort of under it, and you grab it and you pull real as hard as you can. It doesn't budge.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna go back to dream state, I guess. And I was like, you know what? It's worth a shot, and I'm gonna try to focus all of my mental energy to wake myself up in the pod so I can get out somehow.
Okay.
And so whatever I got to do that, I sit down and start a forced meditation in front of my pod and try to connect with myself.
All right. Give me a will roll for Link, if you would.
Okay. That would be a 26.
Okay. And Dominic, give me another technology check, if you would.
Okay. That's even worse. That's just a straight 20.
All right. Link, would you like to spend one of your hero points for Dominic to re-roll that?
Yes, I have an extra one, so yeah, I will use my
Reroll.
powers to enhance him.
Here we go. This time I can't roll anything under an 11 this time.
Correct.
Okay, 27.
All right.
That is.
You see Lincoln sort of sit in front of the tube, closing his eyes and concentrating. And after a long, minute drags by, you suddenly see the Lincoln inside the tube's eyes open. And
that's
suddenly
weird.
all of the lights on the tubes start to flicker, and the control surfaces start to beep.
Gesundheit, Alex.
Vito, give me a will roll for Panacea, if you would.
He's using the floppy disk.
It's a 16.
All right. Do you wish to re-roll?
I will.
All right.
That's a 20.
All right. Then the monitors on the tubes start to activate, and you hear a steady heartbeat monitor, like in a hospital, going beep, beep, beep. And then suddenly, all of you find yourselves underwater. There's water all around you. You wake up suddenly, and you thrash. Your hands hit the surface of this slick tube as water begins evacuating out of the tube. And you hear and feel this sort of blanket of calm spread over your initial rush of panic. And your breathing slows a bit as the water begins to drain all fully out of the tube. A ghostly image of a young woman, probably not that much older than you, probably late teens, appears a short distance in front of you. She's completely bald and Caucasian skin tone, dressed pretty casually, but slightly transparent, smiling broadly, and her mouth moves in time to the words, but they echo in your mind instead. Hi, I'm Cloud. Well, not actually. I'm really just a memory of me implanted in your subconscious. And if you're remembering this, then chances are I'm dead, which is really a bummer, but you're alive, and that's a win. Anyway, here's the thing. You're psiots, people with psionic powers. You activated and you heard our call to come to Rook as a haven for people like us. My friends and I, Generation Zero, were raised by Project Rising Spirit to make us into living weapons. Very uncool. We escaped, and we took down the Project Rising Spirit setup that was trying to do the same thing here in Rook. We made the city into a haven for people like us, but, well, we've heard that government retaliation is coming, and, well, again, if you're experiencing this, chances are things didn't go too well for us. But, you know, Cronus, he's our leader. He's always thinking strategy. I know, because, you know, I can always hear him thinking it. And he came up with this plan to firewall your real memories and to stop Project Rising Spirit from brainwashing you to eventually trigger a way out. Focus, work together, and when you get out, help others if you can. I hope like we helped you. You guys have got this. Go out, be valiant. And her image disappears, and the tubes all slide down into the floor. You remember your awakening abilities. You remember the fact that psiots are, well, not illegal as such, but pretty heavily government controlled, and you're supposed to be basically turned over to the legal authorities if you manifest psionic abilities. And you remember leaving home because you heard about Generation Zero and how they took control over Rook. You remember meeting them. And then things get kind of fuzzy. Oh, and Ace, by the way, you're not a paragon. You actually have the psionic power to control dreams.
Oh no, it's me.
And you
I'm the problem, it's me.
You could project some very realistic illusions.
Great. Firestarter.
Wait, so is this the dream, or was the other the dream that we were dreaming? The dream when the dream was.
I don't think any of that was real.
I incepted you. It was all dreams. It was dreams within dreams.
I've dreamed a dream of times gone by.
It was Dream Turtles all the way down.
So now we're going to have to get out of here, aren't we?
Now your only concern is that you are in the sub-basement of what you think is the actual innovation center in Rook, which is a Project Rising Spirit top secret facility.
Oh.
Okay.
And
The hot chick's real?
those of you who have
Not the
devices
point.
or equipment, you do not have that.
Wonderful. No fly.
Well, the first thing I've got to ask is do we actually have abilities?
You have all of with the exception of Ace, you have all the powers on your character sheets. Those are all real.
So we don't have, okay. Great.
Link. Wow. Can you like hook us all up? And,
Yeah, we gotta get out of here.
And all that.
I take a brief second to compose myself again. Realize what has just happened to all of us. And then with a glance, I basically lock eyes with each person and chain link them together.
Yep.
Pardon the pun.
You are all telepathically linked. You can communicate mentally. Captain Crunch, you are aware, and your technopathic abilities are already scanned this whole room. Your sort of unconscious escape has definitely disabled the security alarms that should be going off right now because your tubes are open. But you can sense that doesn't extend anywhere beyond this room. Pretty much once you leave this room, you are going to set off every alarm in this place. You might be able to disable some of them, but probably not for very long.
Okay, I'm gonna have to see if I can't turn off some of these alarms. And he walks to sort of a wall. I assume there's some kind of a wall terminal. There's always a wall. There's always a wall terminal.
There is indeed.
And zap, 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 zap.
Ace, do you have a plan for us to get out of here?
Cap, scan what you can, see if you can get in any cameras, and then we can start formulating our escape route. I think our best bet is to avoid any fighting if we can.
Well, the good news is we've been this way literally twice.
Did I make that an accurate representation of what was this way? Or was I dumbing it down for the kids?
Great. Oh, so you don't know! Great! That's even better! And,
Actually, go ahead.
And Christopher is going to try and access the security system.
Okay. Give me a technology check, if you would, please.
Because routining is for squares.
Oh, everybody gets another hero point. Another your wake up.
Yeah.
Your wake up.
Well, I rolled a 10, so 24.
Okay. This version of the Innovation Center has a much more sophisticated security system. It's super advanced. You do get some access, and you're able to backdoor your way into some of the security feeds. That's pretty passive. It's mostly just looking at the moment.
Yeah, like what's at the very least, what's in the room beyond us? Does it look familiar?
It's similar. There is a corridor that leads to a bank of an elevator, essentially. The elevator is got a heavy security door. And it is definitely electronically locked, so that you're going to need some kind of. You're going to probably have to hack the lock in order to get it to open. It's either that or force it open somehow.
Well, my thought was, would that I could probably shut down the lock, nullify it, or yeah.
Well, here's a question I have. Here's a question I have for the group. It's like, are we the only ones? Is there more of us down here? So, I mean, this whole thing could be way more expanded than what us bricks are.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean,
Well, I don't want to leave anybody behind, but then again, do we leave and then come back with more help?
I don't know if there is more
Ace,
help.
can
based
you-
on
I was
what
gonna
Cloud
say, I think
said.
it's just us.
Ace,
Can
can you
I
possibly
sense
reach out through
dreamers?
dreams?
Yeah. Can I? Can I reach out through dreams? I'll ask Pat and Oswald.
Indeed. Ace, you concentrate and you can sense some other sleeping. Sleeping is kind of a generous word. Other unconscious minds. Where's that coming from?
Yeah, someone is hot micing really hard.
Yep.
All right. You can sense other unconscious
like a-
minds
sounds like
fairly
a soda
close
can.
by, probably on this floor. Hard to say how many.
I can sense some more on this floor, but I'm not sure how many or where exactly they are. But there are other people here like us, or at least in the same state that we were in. They could help us escape.
The hallway still has the 3 doors on either side, correct?
It does.
I would
So wait,
bet
if you-
I would bet they're in there. Each room has a certain number of people.
Okay, so I say we keep a low profile. We make our way through those 3 rooms. If we find anybody, we release them. But if we don't, we get out of here and we come back with more help if we can find it, or after we're equipped.
Well, we're going to have a marching order, so I have my idea. I want to hear what you guys think.
I'm open to saving whoever we can and keeping a low profile. But if things go hot and I make a little light dagger and I like spin it around my finger, I'm drawing blood.
Yeah.
I think we're all in agreement. Is the guy still outside the door?
There is no one outside the door.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Cap. Can you get us through these doors?
All right.
And
Good
yeah,
job,
but
boy.
I like the I like the idea that like he looks like he's tapping on a keyboard, but you know there's no keyboard on any of these electronic devices. It's just little electric arcs zip zapping out of his hands into
All right.
whatever he's typing into.
I
And
like that.
in a moment, the door to the room opens, and you have access to the hallway outside.
Okay, so far so good.
All right. I think we sweep left or right.
So there's
Let's
what, 3
go to
doors
the-
down one hall, and which way looks more fortified?
They
Oh,
look
it's just
pretty much
one- it's-
identical, really.
Okay. It's just one hallway with 3 doors on either side, correct?
Excellent.
So let's go on the right, mostly because the left is sinister. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Let's start on the right
All right.
and go down and then do the left side.
I mean,
Like,
alternatively, we could. You said there's 3 on the right and 3 on the left.
Yep.
Oh wait, there's 5 of us, not 6. I was gonna say that we could just open them all at once.
There are, in fact, 6 of you.
Oh wait.
There are 6 of us.
Oh yep, I miscounted again.
Feels reckless.
Well, let's just let's each take a door and at least inspect it.
Yeah. Can my life sense tell anything more than what Aces just did?
Yes, you
Question.
can sense there are living beings. From the feel of it, all of the rooms along this corridor, their life signs are very faint. You can sense them, but they're minimal. They're practically comatose.
I share that and say, look, I say we try to pop these doors open, but are they? I just try one. I mean, but it's locked, right?
It
Or
is.
yeah.
It is.
Okay.
I mean, Captain Crunch, can you throw these all open? I mean, there's people behind all of them, and I'm super concerned that we get to whoever's in here.
Yeah, but we don't know who's back there. It could be a villain. It could be a hero. It could be
No. I'm sensing that the energy is very, very weak. I think it's the same. It's these people are almost vegetables. So if there are any villains, they're not any ones we have to worry about.
Well, if you can get me in the room, I can wake them up.
Yeah, let's just get these doors open.
Yeah, if you don't sense anybody that's not in this state, I mean, they probably just threw us down here and forgot about us, locked us up, and threw away the key.
Yeah, sounds about right.
The bad guys would do.
Crunch, you're able to open any of these doors without too much difficulty. You can open one of them or any of them.
To these tubes.
To the rooms along.
To the rooms
along the hall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gonna just go up to the first one and.
All right. The door slides open. This room is a little smaller than the one at the end of the hall, and there is only one tube in it, and surrounded by sort of support equipment and the like. There is someone floating in the tube. It looks like it's hard to say, but probably they're pretty young, probably your age or so, teenager.
Can I scan with my mind to see who they are? Because they might have subliminal messages in their heads or something.
Yep. Link, you scan and give me a will check,
Sure.
if you will. So to speak.
29.
All right. You're able to. You scan and you initially almost recoil from what you perceive, but then you're able to sort of steel yourself against it. Her mind is. It's almost as though it's been almost erased. It's practically a blank slate. There's some faint sort of mental hints, like when somebody erases a blackboard, and you can sort of see the faint letters and shapes. You sort of have that mental impression, but it's like somebody has erased her mind.
Oh, that's so messed up.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that could be
think maybe
good
we
and
should
bad.
come back to this one and see if anybody else is kept by themselves. Because the person kept by themselves is usually the most dangerous.
Right.
I second that motion.
And if she's already wiped, she might be I don't know, like a
We can't look.
agent.
She's here. We can't just leave her here, man.
We'll come back. I just want to see if anybody else is kept by
Sure.
themselves.
He's gonna
Okay.
go down. Crunch is gonna go down to the next door.
Mm-hmm.
Is it another just single tube room?
Most of the rooms have at most 2 of the tubes in them. Some are single. There's a total of 9 other young people.
Wait, hang on. Is one of them the woman we saw?
As a matter of fact, yes.
Is
The
it
other
lady
8.
floating by herself?
And the other 8 were the masked figures.
No, not the woman you saw.
No, it's
that you
Cloud.
saw,
It's
but
Cloud.
the bald woman you saw in your vision,
Oh.
Yeah.
she is in one of the tubes.
Well, hell, you got to get her out, right? Wait.
Um,
No.
Well,
I think
there's a couple of points first. First, all 9 of them are in the same state. Link's mind scans show that they're all practically blank. They have either been seriously mentally conditioned, or they are in such deep comas that even Link's telepathic abilities can't reach their minds.
God, their brains have been sliced.
You
Tabula
also
rasa.
You also notice that Cloud, or the woman who called herself Cloud, is also notable in that her limbs have all been amputated.
Oh, what?
Below the elbows and below the knees.
Oh, jeez.
She's floating in the tube, but that's about all she's capable of.
Whoa.
Oh,
Guys-
gnarly.
That's
Yeah.
messed up.
Cap, I hate to ask, but is there a euthanize button on these tubes?
No, I'm not going to entertain that.
I mean, they are basically only being kept alive by the machinery in the tubes. If they were shut down, they would all die.
Oh, so that's basically what we determined is if we got them out like we got out, they would all just die.
No, they probably would breathe on their own if they were taken out of the tubes, but there's
But
no
they would be
indication-
veg.
Well, there's no indication that, as far as Link can tell, he's not sure he can bring any of them to consciousness.
Okay.
Do I think that my powers could restore them in some way? I can make a treatment roll if you want, but
You honestly don't know.
Yeah.
You've never encountered a condition like this.
Well, this is really hard for me, man.
Yeah, this is. I think it's all that we can do to get ourselves out of here.
Yeah, I think we got to leave and we come back. If we know where it's at now, we can keep an eye on the place. If they try to move them or something.
They're not going to move them. They're just going to use them for freaking DNA cloning purposes. They're going to make like a super army of psionics or whoever.
And
Now
even if they
I
are-
sound like Mason. What the hell? See what you're doing? You're bleeding off on me, man.
yeah, it's really a tough call. I mean, at least they're.
Well, I said we take it to a vote. Majority rules.
I say we bail. I say we come back if we can later.
I say we bail.
But
I'm not bailing.
I don't want to bail because I believe Lincoln is right that they're using them to score DNA so that they can build their own.
And as soon as we're gone, they're just going to move them.
Yeah, but I mean, there are 9 of them. We can't get 9 unconscious bodies out of here.
Hey, we can get whatever.
Josh,
we want to
Andrew,
get
you've
out
got
of
the
here.
call now.
Josh, I know you, man.
Yeah, it's very hard for me to leave people behind. Mm-hmm.
I've got a plan to get us all out of here. If I think we can pull it off.
You do.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
We're just gonna do a Willy Wonka. Drag everybody to the elevator, hit the top floor, and go out. The doors can lift us up, and we can fly wherever we're gonna go.
That's a good plan.
I can.
It's very similar to my ball plan from the dream.
I hate that that's coming back around. Great. Full circle. Wonderful.
I would say with how conspiracy-esque and very dark things have gotten, Mason is definitely starting to get a little twitchy about is anybody coming? Do I detect anything?
Not yet,
no
but,
elevator doors opening, no dings.
Not yet, but Captain Crunch has been doing a bang-up job rerouting the security systems, but again, your time is limited.
If we're gonna do this, we've got to do it
right
now.
Let's
let's pop this cherry. Let's go.
Yeah, let's rescue them. And
I think the only other option is if we're not gonna ding these folks, then we should probably blow up this area.
Fine, let's take him. Let's get him out and let's take him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, I agree.
All right.
Crunch,
Cloud
open
did
it
ask
up.
us to help, so if Cloud is cognizant enough to ask for help, maybe there's something in there.
Oh, I thought that was like a implanted thing from before.
Yeah.
Yep.
like,
Yeah,
like
That
it
was not Cloud.
But for
Or
her to
that
think
was
like that,
Cloud.
That
But no.
was Cloud.
That was the Jor-El version of Cloud.
Emphasis on the was.
Mhm.
oh,
Well,
Kal-El.
We can
But
try.
That was
we
little
can-
more than an implanted telepathic recording, essentially.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Okay.
Well, they don't have any like pod carriers or anything, right? Like a rack you would put the pods on.
Mason can make it.
Not down here, from the look of it.
Can
Well,
Mason?
Yeah.
Can Mason make mechanical, or is it just forms?
I mean, I could make a slab if nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mason could definitely create something that could carry a thing.
Can I like float my creations, or are they just
Yes,
they're
you
solid?
can.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure.
Cool.
Just a big vial, like a test tube rack with all 9 of them in there.
Hey, that,
Oh, that's
we'll Green
messed
Lantern the
up.
hell out of this shit. I don't
All
care.
right. I was like, yeah, I make these holders, and I say, and I'm basically like, I imagine it's gonna start struggling because this thing's like a lot of weight. All right,
It is.
fetch, put them on.
That
We
is
can-
pretty.
we'll-
yeah, Mason is going to be pretty close to your limit.
I really thought we were gonna get them out of the tubes and just bring the people.
That's what I thought we were gonna do. Just
Yeah.
bring
I think that would be
chairs.
wise.
Make a merry-go-round, and we'll stick them on the horses, and we'll.
Well, don't forget we have to fit in the elevator.
Right. So we're gonna have to pack some of these people on our backs. I'll take Cloud because she's probably the closest to what I do. So let's crack.
I'm imagining one of those crisscross pen holders, and I'm just like slotting them in.
Yeah, okay. That'll work.
Wow.
is
At
this kind of a
point, it can
freight
be
elevator?
a bucket of bodies.
It's a little bigger than a regular elevator, but it's still going to be a tight fit.
All right, and I'm not
Okay.
gonna make this transparent. I don't want to be looking at them.
so we get them all. We get them all into the elevator, and we all get on board.
Yeah.
And as we turn around, I look at the little sign that says what the max capacity is. I think to myself, I cross my fingers, and
It's 10 teenagers. It's fine.
I am going to also touch the side of the elevator, like effectively try and turn off the emergency brakes and
Mm-hmm.
and
give whatever
starts-
boost I can to this.
All right.
Yeah, Josh, you've got to give him a little bit of adrenaline boost, and then I'm going to help fortify his mind to his abilities to amplify his ability to carry the weight.
And I'm gonna dream big.
Why are you even here?
I start singing the
You're welcome for making sure your brains didn't get scrambled. Sorry.
a whole world of
Imagination.
All right.
Uh,
I need Link, Captain Crunch, and Panacea to all give me power checks for your assistance rolls.
Okay. Do
Can
I have
I
to do anything?
use a hero point to roll with advantage?
You can use a hero point for a reroll if you want,
Okay.
but remember that your assistance roll doesn't have to be all that high. Your DC is relatively low.
Yes.
I'll roll control technology.
All right.
Am I rolling anything?
Not yet.
Okay, just making sure.
24.
Okay,
I'm
good.
definitely going to spend a hero point on this one, but let me know what I need. What I need to do.
You and RC are up next, David. So
Okay.
we got a
You
24
gotta
for Captain
reserve-
Crunch. What do you got for? I'm sorry, Renee.
I had an 18 without any
Okay, you're good.
modifications.
Peter, what do you got for?
15.
Okay. All right. RC, I need you to give me a check with your create rank. You're going to do this with a bonus die. So roll
How does
2
that work
dice.
again?
Use the
2 dice.
Yeah. 2 dice and use the highest value.
Dice tower. For
All
the-
right. 25.
Okay. And
Solid roll.
David, likewise, I want a telekinesis roll from Fetch with a bonus die.
Okay.
Come on, David.
Don't crash the elevator.
Oh, it's not doing great.
Okay,
I got
now
a
you
1
can
and a
spend-
10. So.
You can spend a hero point to reroll one of those dice, and you will use the highest of the two.
Okay. I am going to re-roll the lowest die, which was 1.
That would be the correct answer.
Good choice. Good choice.
Much better, but not.
And
I got a
remember, this
15
is-
on the die.
Okay, good.
It's the higher die.
Yep. And you, with your rank of 8, that is a 23.
Mhm.
Okay.
Where's that damn inspiration of 3 that we needed? Jesus Christ.
Oh, Ace can still do that.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
shit!
Ace can.
But Ace.
Oh, you
will-
listen here, you little.
I'm
do,
dreaming.
do I have interpose?
I will spend a hero point for that inspiration. For
Okay.
Inspire 3. I was going to, but then
Yay.
everybody was so excited, and I didn't want to interrupt everybody.
Ace turns to Fetch and goes, "Don't screw this up."
All right.
Inspiring.
Hand on the shoulder. You got this, or we die.
So,
Best kind of inspiration.
with Captain Crunch disabling pretty much all of the safety interlocks that there are, and Link and Panacea boosting everyone, Mason, you concentrate to maintain the structural integrity of both your construct and to basically sort of reinforce the structure of the whole elevator as much as you can as you begin ascending really fast, picking up quite a bit of speed until by the time the elevator reaches the 4th floor, it goes right through the roof of the building, and like a projectile shoots up in a long arc away from the Innovation Center.
Christopher's just grasping the handrail, just.
Eat your heart, Charlie Bucket.
And until several kilometers out on the outskirts of Rook, Fetch manages to bring the rapidly descending capsule to a what can be called, well, any landing you can walk away from, to slow its descent sufficiently that when you do impact the ground, it's more of a jarring bump than a severe crash. And Mason's reinforcing construct provides some breakage and protection for everyone, such that the elevator skids to a halt on a long stretch of a long trench dug in the dirt, and
Did we
you
get
are
a
able
ding?
to open it.
Ding.
And get
Fetch,
clear.
get off my head!
Did someone catch the number
I'm all
on that
balled up in the
elevator?
corner with a
Did
Someone
someone
needs to-
catch the license plate number on that elevator?
Someone needs to move their hand right now.
This is your captain speaking. We have come to a complete stop. You may now move about the cabin.
Those are
Oh,
pillows.
man. We landed in Michigan. Damn it.
Anyone need your light room?
So,
I
Since-
was shooting for Canada, but
since our youngest generation of new Psiots have managed to make their daring escape, and we are running short on time, I figure this is a good time to call that the newest generation has made their debut, and to thank everybody for playing with us. I hope everybody had a good time.
Awesome.
So Dominic, before I turn things over to Alex to talk a little bit more about our upcoming project, have we met any of your expectations?
I don't think so. I think I was completely off base.
Fair enough. Alex, would you like to talk about the upcoming project that Regeneration previews?
I would love to talk about the upcoming product Regeneration previews. I've been waiting to talk about this forever, as far as I'm concerned. Green Running Publishing, we are partnering with Valiant Entertainment to do a licensed Mutants Masterminds source book for the Valiant comic book universe. We're starting off with 2 books, the Valiant Adventures Heroes Handbook and the Worlds of Valiant campaign setting. And we've got a whole bunch of fun stuff. We've updated the Quickstart guide to cover a bunch of the Valiant staples. We've done some modifications to the M&M engine to better simulate the sort of gritty and visceral world of the Valiant setting. We're coming up with iconic stat blocks for a whole bunch of the characters throughout the setting. Our setting book is going to talk about all sorts of wonderful settings and spaces throughout the universe, like the Deadside, the Faraway, the Stalinverse, all sorts of fun stuff. So I'm really excited about it. We've been working with Valiant for a little over a year now, and things are coming along really well. Steve and I are really, really doing it.
Yep. The official announcement will come at Gamma Expo next week. But folks from the Mutants and Masterminds Patreon and folks watching us here on live stream are getting a very special early preview of what's coming. So we'll be discussing things obviously much more in the weeks and months to come as things are moving through development. The initial draft of the Valiant Adventures Heroes Handbook is nearly complete at this point. Folks will be hearing more as we move into development, and I'm excited about some of the game system tweaks and adjustments you'll see. That you've gotten a little preview of some of that today with the bonus and penalty dice, titanic, and damage rules, amongst others. And the characters that you are playing in this adventure are based on the Psyot archetypes.
Yeah, it's gonna be a ton of fun.
Yeah,
you guys are gonna love it. Yeah, and we really want to work with. We really want to make sure the Patreon is looped into stuff as we're developing it, and we'll see what that looks like as things are coming out. But
expect some other previews and hints and like as
cool.
things develop.
Will we ever get to fight the hot librarian?
Well, there was a plan for fighting Black Sheep, which is her name, by the way, at the end of the adventure. But your escape plan was pretty effective, I have to say, and especially since we were running low on time. I thought it was best to just say you made a clean escape, which is good.
Look, Black Sheep fought us.
Right. I just wanted to be a team and work with, synergize all of our powers together, because I really think that that's where they work best. So, and to make up for the beginning, that sucked.
Fetch will be the target, but everybody else will interpose and take the damage.
We're going to say Fetch!
If anybody else wants to check out Black Sheep, who is a character from the Valiant comics, and Generation Zero and their liberation of Rook, that can all be found in the Generation Zero series from Valiant. The red zero with the line through it is their logo. And as well as the Harbinger series, which has a lot of Valiant stuff about the Psyots and their involvement in the world.
Yeah, we were so funny. This felt like an Archer and Armstrong comic.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mentioned it to someone who knows these things, and literally just mentioned Armstrong and Archer.
So Jonesy asked about the bonus die. Are those rules? Can you talk about those rules, Steve or Alex?
Well, you've basically seen them. Essentially the bonus and penalty dice are a simpler way to do some of the higher level bonuses in Mutants and Masterminds. And they're roughly equivalent to what the current edition calls a major circumstance bonus. And it mathematically are roughly the same, but are a little more fun mechanically as far as that goes, rather than a flat bonus. There's still two modifiers, but a lot of companies bonus and penalty dice. We have a, for example, version of immunity in the draft called
Yes.
Resistance.
1 sec, I'm almost done.
Which is...
I'm not done with the hose yet. Okay.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
I tried.
I'm unmuted.
Yes, you are.
Son of a
Speaking
everything.
of-
And I think we have peaked.
Yes, that is. I cannot
is-
believe that just happened. Oh my god. Yes, I'm still using the hose, by the way. Just so
Yes.
Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it in post.
that's right. That's
Exactly.
exactly right.
We
Yes.
Exactly.
We will edit the mustache in post.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. But there's a version of immunity called Resistance that basically just lets you make your resistance checks with bonus dice instead of being completely immune to something. For example, so
Interesting.
we implement that mechanic in a number of places, and I think it has a lot of fun uses.
That's
And
cool.
there are a bunch of little small tweaks as far as that goes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Now, is this
Art-
going to be a
art
fill-in
to go
role with
into.
the new books?
Sorry?
This is going to be just in the new variant books, or is this going to be part of the new?
This is going to be
Mutants
part
and
of the Valiant Heroes Handbook, which
Okay.
is going to be a completely standalone book compatible with Mutants and Masterminds, but it's
Okay.
going to
Oh,
be all you
no.
need to play the game as far as that goes.
Wait, Steve, Alex, Troy, I just realized
What?
this means that in all upcoming Mumamos, we can say, hey guys, when's the Valiant book coming?
Oh no.
Yes,
Yeah, you
you
can.
can.
You've opened yourselves up for this.
You know, friends, I think on this note, I've got to go get that hose taken care of. But hey, I want to thank the patrons. I'm not done with it yet, you bastard. Hey, I want to thank you guys for hanging out and doing this. This is so much fun.
Yes.
It was a little mysterious, and I just really appreciate your willingness to come and hang out with us and get involved in our shenanigans.
Thanks for playing along.
Yeah, yeah.
This was a blast.
This was cool. This is
Yeah.
really cool.
Right on. All right, friends, are we feeling like that's a good place to stop?
Sounds good.
It's good with me.
All right. Have a great rest of your weekend, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye bye.
See you next time.